Greetings and welcome to another building showcase. I am Darkling, and today we are going to explore the Atrium base. And I'm pretty happy with this base. This is probably ranked up there on one of my more favorite bases I've played in. So let's get stuck in and have a look around. So we're going to start this tour up in the air where we can see the base a little more clearly. As you can see, there are turret towers around the outside, and we have an extended area which would kind of be the neck if you were comparing it to a turtle. So the Atrium build is named after the giant turtle in the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett, and the base had kind of a turtle-ish look about it. I wasn't going to name it in particular, and somebody else made mention of that very fact, so I was like, it's probably about time we actually named it, and Atrium it became. So this isn't the whole build. As you might be able to see through the glass in the roadway there is actually some more base below. So we'll have a look at that before we go through the build. End up in front of all that, that's really good. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, the base extends downwards. Below the roadway is a lot more basic than what's above. It's literally just a pen for all the tames. If we go down a little bit further, you can see the little ramp over there. That's the entranceway for the flyers, and down on the ground is the main entrance to the base from the ground level. So we're going to come back up and we'll take the tour from the top. Now, there is a taming pen up on the hill. We're not going to tour that. That is basically my regular taming pen done out of stained glass. So if you want to see my two-story taming pen with the enlarged drop zone, check out my tutorials. You'll be able to see that in there. So we'll come through the main entrance, and it's nice and spacious. We've got the awesome teleporter mod in the middle here. So this is pretty much just in and out of the base. If I don't have to go outside, I won't. So a lot of the time we were having problems with spiders and whatnot roaming around here, other random things flying around, which is why we've got the turret towers. So we come into the base, and I did the roof disassociated, so there is actually glass up there. It is actually one solid structure, but it looks like it isn't. But I think it gives a really nice effect. So this is the main atrium, I suppose you'd call it. The whole base was built around this guy here. So this is one of the city terminals, and it allows you to build things like element dust and whatnot. So that's pretty much why the base is built where it is. So from the main entranceway, if we come through here, this is the kitchen area, a couple of grills, lots of fridges. There's a preserving bin array up there. I mean an array, I mean there's heaps. I don't like doing the preserving, so if I do it in a big batch. You'll notice that the crops are currently dead. This is a recovered save. At the point of recovery of this save game, all the crops had run out of fertilizer, and I didn't bother putting them in for the video. I'm sorry, but if you want to see an instruction on how to build a stacked greenhouse where it gets 300% greenhouse effect, check out my tutorials. There is a video there for that as well. So here is my logout room. This is actually me. When I recovered the save game, it didn't let me come in with my same character, so all my gear is on there, but I can't access it. So we come through and we end up in the crafting area. This is basically just all the crafting gear, leftovers from the kitchen as well, and troughs in the wall. I'm actually quite a fan of putting troughs like that. It tucks them away quite nicely. More garden space. The original generator for the base, lots of forges. We have our beehives in here. When we come through, now we have our first pad. Now this pad goes into the storage area. Okay, and the pad over there that goes down onto the main floor, so ground level. This is the library. I used a few mods for this particular build that I wouldn't normally. It includes the stained glass, the tables, couch, and the railings around here. they're all from various eco mods. Now, I generally don't use mods that make pretty items. I like to keep things as like relatively base game as possible, so that you guys can copy what I do if you feel the need. But this particular server had them, and I was like, oh, I'll give it a go. So yeah, this is the results. Again, one of my little archways, brewery, and this leads directly from the brewery quite happily into where the hot tub is, and there's a toilet and shower down here just in case. Now I was going to stick doors on all these, I usually do, but it kind of, you end up with the open and close, like as you're running past they open and close all the time. It gets kind of annoying, and the door gets in the way of the recording, so I opted not to actually put them in there. Coming through, this is directly across from the main entrance. This is the hatchery area. It's got its own troughs and an area to basically grow creatures on so they don't get stuck in the floor. The hatchery and egg fridges are located here, as well as the mutator. All the aircon in the wall is pretty standard as well. I think there possibly is some aircon under the ground here too, if I'm not mistaken. At least it started there, maybe it got moved over there, I'm not 100% sure. Here is the new tick generator. So this now runs the base instead of the generator we ran past before. And here is the dung beetle storage to keep the crops going, which aren't really doing a hell of a lot, I suppose. Oh, I suppose I should be keeping the... Yeah, it'll at least be keeping the plant species X on the turrets alive. Okay, so this is the entrance to down on the ground level. We'll go down there and just have a quick nosy. So as you can see, we're at ground level looking up. And it looks pretty cool. A bit of shape to it, nothing too major. And we'll head back up. So this is the hostel. This is literally a vanity project. Bathroom at the top, and all around here is basically just apartments. Like, just nothing major. It's for people if they were wanting to log off in my base and they just wanted their own little room to be able to zone out in. This is empty. So I left a lot of space for movement. I was expecting to increase my vanity projects a little bit, so I always leave space now. And we carry on through. This was going to be the trophy room. I can't really label it as the trophy room, seeing as there's 3 trophies and one of them is me. So basically, I had originally planned that for everybody playing on the server, I was going to get basically a copy of them for my trophy room. And that's Midnight Victoria, so she's another Aussie streamer. Well, she's another streamer from Aussie, and she was often naked, so her character is totally naked. Daman, that was the owner of the server that we're on, Fallen Wolf. So he used to stream. He's actually taking a hiatus at the moment, so we may see him again at some point. And of course, me, well, it's just me. Carry on around, and this is where the snails used to be. Yeah, okay. So the snails used to live in here, and they used to produce all the cementing paste. Yeah. And again, an empty area just in case I needed more space. And we're back to the main entrance. So obviously situated around the main atrium, as you probably saw, is all my storage, and I always go overboard in my storage, so yeah, that's not unusual. Now above the storage we have our flyer deck. This keeps all my snow owls and argies. I also put the Velonosaurus up here. They're not so good because their tails get stuck on everything, so I mean it's probably not the best place to get to. I think that just knocked me into... Of course it did. So I teleported when the Velonosaurus swung its tail, so it actually got me stuck in the floor. So that was handy. Not had that one before, but I guess it's going to happen from time to time. Great look for the base. But yeah, I've got my Therizino up here and snow owls and plenty of stained glass. I like the stained glass so much that I actually went through and replaced all these because they were originally just stone. And they look really good in stained glass. That is one thing I wish they would actually carry on over into the main game, because it's all vanilla shape parts and whatnot. It's not too much, it's just a reskin effectively of glass. So it's not detracting from the game at all, not making it too flashy. I dig it, I dig it. Okay, so from here we can go down. Now there's two ways down. We can go through the single person elevator, or we can take the main pad, but we're going to take this one here. That'll drop us down to the first storage area. So as you can see, I don't have a lot of tames. I didn't go very hard when we played this. I didn't really need all of the extra tames, so I kept it pretty simple. We have the Industrial Forge and Tech Replicator down here as well, and there is another level below us. So as you can see, there is another telepad down here from the awesome teleporter mod. Currently my Anki is in the floor. The teleporter mod is really handy. I use that for, like, if I'm sending stuff back to my base where I just need to get rid of it, and I just hit the teleporter and it just sort of ends up here and doesn't block the teleporter for the main entrance up the stairs. And that's just a big pad for all the big critters. We'll go down another one from here. And here we go. Here is the rest of the storage. Now you'll notice there is a Quetzal in the one above, but the door is down here. I use the teleporter. Yeah. It can be on any level, but generally it should have been on this level. I do realize that now. But yeah, this is smaller storage, so it's not high enough really to put like Rexes or whatnot down here. And we have the flyer entrance. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting build. I spent a lot of time playing in this build, and I think it's a really good one. It played nicely. I didn't have too many problems. Me getting stuck in the floor there, that's the first time I've had that happen. It's been really good. So that concludes the Atrium build. If you want to see more of my builds, check out my showcase playlist. There's all sorts in there, and there's more to come. So I've got a few more save games like this where I finished them and they just need to be recorded, so keep an eye out for those. I'm also going to be doing an invasion series, so if you guys have builds that you want me to tour, well, let me know. So there's a link in the description for my Discord. There is a section in there if you want to make submissions to join in the playlist, so let me know what you've got. Maybe we can work something out. So if you haven't already, there is a subscription in the window above me. There's also a little bell icon there if you want to get alerts every time I upload. I don't upload very often, so you're not going to get blown up or anything. There's not going to be an inbox full of messages saying I've posted. The link in the description below, again, for the Discord. There's also a link in the description for my Twitch, so if you want to see me live stream, if you want to come and ask questions live, that's no worries, feel free to jump on. If I can't help you then, I can at least sort something out. Otherwise, take care, and as always, enjoy your building.